Suspect known as the Ether Man is still waiting tonight to see if a Colorado jury will convict him of attempted murder. But that is only the beginning. Robert Bruce is wanted in 3 states for more than a dozen rapes. But it is here in New Mexico where police say he committed most of those crimes. Let's get more now from Alex Tomlin, because she tells us that he may not face justice here for a long time, if ever.
Robert Bruce could soon be extradited to either Austin or Albuquerque to face rape charges. He was pegged as the Ether Man after being arrested in Pueblo in a Peeping Tom case. Investigators say he then tried to bomb the home of a police officer who was set to testify against him in that case. That's what he's on trial for now. Bruce's DNA was on the propane tank bomb. That DNA matched 11 rape test kits at APD's forensic lab. District Attorney Carrie Brandenburg says more work needs to be done on the case.
DNA back in 1992 is different than it is today, so there probably needs to be an incredible amount of DNA work just to make sure that everything is consistent.
A jury indicted all 11 rapes in Albuquerque under John Doe, back when police didn't know who the rapist was. That was to make sure the statute of limitations didn't run on the rapes before the charges were brought. Now the state needs to go back and test all the samples to make sure the DNA in every case is a match to Bruce, which they believe they will be.
Our state labs are backed up.
Brandenburg says her office will not fight if Texas wants to try Bruce first. I asked if she thought Bruce will ever face justice in New Mexico, especially if he's convicted in both Colorado and Texas first and gets hefty jail times in those states.
The victims will also have input on that, on how important it is for them to have closure. And I think that the people of Bernalillo County deserve to have some closure.
Brandenburg says convictions could make a big difference in the New Mexico case.
If he comes back to New Mexico and he's been convicted in Colorado and he's been convicted in Texas, he's less likely to testify, or at least if he does testify, there's a chance that we can get those convictions in. So there's pros and cons.
That was Alex Tomlin reporting. One of Bruce's victims that we spoke with tonight says that she wants to see him tried and convicted in New Mexico. Bruce's rape trial in Colorado is set for October. After that, Texas and New Mexico will then have to decide where he goes next.